What is up, alienARMy? I am Oculus, the alien next door, purveyor of esoteric lore, and today our esoteric topic we are going to be discussing Chiron, astrologically speaking. I'm not sure if it's Kieran or Chiron, but I've just always been calling him Chiron, so that's what we're going to be doing. And let's get into it. So first, who is Chiron and what does he mean astrologically? Chiron is an asteroid located between the orbits of Saturn and Uranus, aka the Rainbow Bridge, the conduit betwixt the inner planets and the outer planets. Saturn is considered an intrapersonal planet in astrology, and Uranus is considered a universal planet. Chiron is the prime healer who bridges the gap between these two planes. But why is this planet-asteroid hybrid so important astrologically speaking? First, let's find out who Chiron is. Chiron was first discovered on November 1st, 1977 by Charles Kowal. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but Kowal, K-O-W-A-L. And a fun fact about his glyph is that it represents the O and K, meaning object of Kowal. This asteroid is sometimes also referred to as a mini-planet in astrology, much like Pluto, and was named for the centaur, not sure, Chiron of ancient Greek mythology. The legend of Chiron states that he was accidentally wounded in a battle of the centaurs by a poisoned arrow, and though immortal and eternal, the poison from the arrow caused Chiron great pain, and he made the choice to ascend to Mount Olympus to sit with the other gods as to be free of it. This is why astrologically Chiron is regarded as the wounded healer. As mythological Chiron desired to be released from pain and ascend to a greater plane, the asteroid of Chiron represents freedom from a deep emotional wound and leveling up spiritually, so to speak. The house in the natal chart in which Chiron is placed, as well as his sign, represents a past life emotional wound which the soul has chosen to release and ascend from during this lifetime. Chiron's orbit can last from 2 years to 8 years, quickening when he is nearer to Saturn, so his house placement may be regarded as more of an impact than just the sign he is in the natal chart. As Chiron is the healing bridge one must cross from their physical limitations and lessons, Saturn, to their collective spirituality, Uranus, he is a very important key, no pun intended, towards unlocking deep-seated emotional issues. Once these issues are acknowledged and healed, one is able to fully free themselves from the karmic lesson of Saturn. Unlocking Chiron imparts the esoteric wisdom that we are all blessed with, and this allows us to step forward into the realm of knowing, which Uranus governs. Chiron is not necessarily a lesson the soul chose to learn in this lifetime like Saturn. He is more about recognizing a past life trauma which may still resonate in the psyche during this lifetime. As Saturn may be likened to a quote-unquote karmic lesson chosen before stepping into a physical body, Chiron would be likened to the emotional residue still residing within the soul from a past life. Unlocking the gift of Chiron allows one to expand into the universal collective consciousness, as once one is aware of their own unprocessed emotions, they will easily be able to recognize unprocessed emotional trauma in others. This is where we step into the knowing of Uranus. The unprocessed emotions are recognized and now known, and no longer are hidden in the psyche, running amok of their own accord. The house placement, sign, and aspects to Chiron in the natal chart are indicative of where painful hindrances will be released, as well as how they will be released. This is the avenue that Chiron will walk as he goes within to heal himself. The placement of Chiron shows the area in which emotional trauma may be interfering in one's life experience. Before one is aware of Chiron and how to heal that sector of the natal chart, one may not even be aware that there is an issue in this area. The house placement and sign characteristics of natal Chiron may be a source of unfounded melancholy for the native, though one may be consciously unaware that an issue even exists there. Chiron can show a lack of confidence in the area in which he is placed, and also a subconscious shunning of it as well. Once the characteristics of natal Chiron are integrated and healed, one may notice a vast transformation in the very area which caused much hindrance. As the phrase, wounded healer, indicates, the Kieran placement can turn into one's greatest salvation and strong point during their lifetime. One may find great strength in their Chiron placement upon release of outdated emotional wounds. To better understand Chiron astrologically, it's best to check the positive and negative qualities of the sign and house placement of Chiron. Aspects to other celestial bodies are also beneficial for understanding how he will be displayed. If we want to give a very quick example, we would say that an unhealed Chiron will showcase detrimental qualities of the sign and house placement, whilst a healed Chiron will exhibit beneficial qualities of the sign and house placement. To help heal Chiron, once the crux of the emotional wound is found, we suggest incorporating into the psyche the benefic qualities of the sign and house placement of one's natal Chiron. Doing this will help to counterbalance and eventually neutralize any malefic effects of one's Chiron placement. As Chiron healing begins, one may notice that his placement may bring about a great shift in the area in which he is placed, and one can better understand themselves psychologically, as well as being able to pinpoint in others their need for emotional healing. Chiron's role is to help recognize, understand, and integrate emotional pain on a subconscious level. Recognizing the unknown and making it known, healing this aspect of ourselves propels us upwards into viewing pain and trauma from an observer's viewpoint, no longer taking things personally, but viewing things expansively through an impartial collective consciousness lens. As the mythological Chiron ascended to sit with the gods, so do we ascend to greater heights, viewing our life experiences from the vantage point of a deity. That is what's going on with Chiron, and as always, peace and good vibes. Namaste, blessed because you are.